I hate to tell you, they're going to be chasing you around all day today and into the weekend. Here's that thunderstorm that came through downtown Indianapolis. You can see the vivid lightning display, and then here comes the heavy rainfall. It's across the north view of our camera there, basically eliminating our view, but you can see the consistent lightning strikes there, and then that heavy band of rainfall made its way off to the north, and it's now pushing into portions of Hamilton as well as Hancock County. Once the rain goes through, you actually get back into some dry weather, and some of you haven't seen a drop of rain this morning. It just really depends where you are. Look at this north view right now. As you look in that northerly direction, you can see the dark clouds and that thunderstorm that went through downtown Indianapolis. Here we are with the pagoda cam, and you can even see some sunshine. Bloomington, you've hardly seen any rainfall at all. So let's go over to Storm Team 6 radar, and we can show you where the heaviest of the rain is falling. Here in Crawfordsville, over towards the Alamo area, Coal Creek, some heavy rainfall with quite a bit of lightning from Brownsburg, extending now back towards Speedway. Once again, some heavy rain with a little bit of lightning, and none of these storms are severe. That's the good news. Some heavy rain will certainly impact your morning drive, and the lightning makes every storm dangerous. Fishers here over towards the Fortville area, and then just north of Greenfield now, we're dealing with some locally heavy rain. So we have two things that are going to happen today. All the storms we're dealing with right now is part of a warm front that's lifting to the north. That warm front is going to take most of this rain and push it to the north over the next hour or so, and I think it's going to be pretty quiet, but we're going to get into a pretty warm and muggy air mass. Then all this action you see off to our west, that's going to start to come through later on this afternoon. But there will be a pretty good break, I think, in the rainfall through mid-morning into the early afternoon hours, which is great news for Fast Friday at the track. But once we get towards the end of that practice session, anytime after 3, 4 o'clock, we're likely going to see the rain move in. So the earlier you can get to IMS, the better. And some of these storms that come through later on this evening, once we get into the warm and muggy air mass, will have the potential to be strong to severe. Not too concerned about the tornado threat, but wind and hail will be our two primary threats with these storms later on this afternoon. Temperature-wise, we range from 55 north of the front in Lafayette to near 70 degrees right now in Bloomington. For your practice, I think it's a dry start by about noon to 1 o'clock. 77 degrees. Then as we head into the 5 o'clock hour, we're building those storms in at the track with a high rate around 79. Now we fast forward to tomorrow. More storms are in the forecast tomorrow, but just like today, there'll be many dry hours. They come at us in waves. I would think Saturday night into early Sunday morning is probably potentially the wettest stretch of weather we'll see over the course of the entire weekend. So hopefully, again, during the daytime hours tomorrow, they'll be able to turn some laps at the track for qualifications. But by the time we get to Sunday morning, there's going to be some pretty good rainfall totals across the area. We're looking at about 1 to 2 inches of rain, with maybe some areas picking up a little more than that if you get stuck in these heavier thunderstorms. And then next week, the overall trend will be for much cooler air to work in. Look at Wednesday, a high temperature of only 63 degrees. Time is 6:50.